Hey there everyone, this is Jakejames Lugo and welcome to the channel. What you're about to watch now is an unboxing and impressions video for a series of accessories for the Nintendo Switch from PDP. Now originally I had planned to do this before the holiday season had really gotten into its swing right before Christmas because I got sent these collection of controllers and new Nintendo Switch cases from PDP to do unboxing and impressions videos and just give my overall impressions of them. Obviously, that did not happen. But even so, I still wanted to show you guys these brand new Nintendo Switch accessories that PDP had released for the holiday season. I wanted to give you guys a little showcase of each one of the controllers as well as also the cases and just give my overall impressions of them. Getting to check out new accessories and new pieces of tech is always a great thing, and as most of you guys know, we love the Nintendo Switch on this channel. So I hope you guys really enjoy. Let me know your impressions and your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Alright, so here are the three Fight Pad Pros, the wired Fight Pad Pros for the Nintendo Switch from PDP. Big shoutouts to PDP for sending these out to me so I could take a look at them for you guys. We're going to be looking at all three of them, even though I'm only going to unbox one of them because they're pretty much the exact same thing. The only main difference between the 3Ds is the different characters that they represent, the different color skews and the decals and stuff. So I'm going to open up specifically the Pikachu one here because this one actually had a little bit of a messed up package when it came in the mail. But then I'll just show you guys a little bit of the other two, which is both Sonic the Hedgehog and also Link from The Legend of Zelda. But what these are made for is pretty much Super Smash Brothers. If you're playing on Nintendo Switch, or pretty much that you have a Nintendo Switch with Smash Brothers on there, you're going to want to pick up this bad boy. If you're not going to want to use any of the Joy-Con controllers or some of the other, like, Pro controllers that are out for the Switch, if you want that more traditional feel with the GameCube controller, I'm trying to get this little sticker off. Should have actually had a thing of scissors to cut them, make it go faster. But if you want that authentic feel, very similar to a GameCube controller, an original GameCube controller, you might want to pick up something like this. Now, this Fight Pad Pro, I'm going to show you guys in the back of the box here, has a couple of neat little different things that you could do. Okay, you also got a little adjustable little C-stick or a little removable C-stick. Some of the buttons are a little bit different compared to the original GameCube controller, even though the layout is somewhat similar. We have the home button, the plus and minus button from the Switch, and of course, the big decal, which is the Pikachu in the center. This isn't necessarily only for Pikachu mains, like, don't get it twisted. This is for everybody out there. I know that Pikachu mains out there are going to want to pick up this bad boy, show their Pika pride, I guess you could call it. Let's open up this bad boy. Here we are. So, pulling out of the plastic because there's a lot of plastic in here. One thing is that this is very tightly packaged with all this stuff, and there's a couple little extra reading material stuff, but there's also a few other things which we're going to take a look at now. So again, this is just plastic, so we don't need this. What we have right here is an additional analog stick that you could use for right here. Pretty much you could probably pull this bad boy out, exactly like what I just did now. Pull out the analog stick and actually replace it if it needs to be replaced, and then actually put it back in now, just for the sake of just this video. Actually just push it back in there. There we go, make sure we get it right in there. Am I putting it right? Yeah, okay, I'm putting it right. Just want to make sure that goes in right. Again, these are things that you got to be very delicate. You don't want to break it when you push it back in. So you got to push it, there we go. So anyway, here is the Fight Pad Pro. Using and pressing the buttons right now feels actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. This actually feels really, really sturdy, really good. The C-stick also, of course, is removable, like I just saw right here. Okay, like we looked at before. I'm going to put that back in. Snaps right back into place, which is good. I'm just double checking to make sure it goes right in. Yeah, it goes in pretty good. And again, just moving around, pressing the buttons, feels really, really good. Now, I will say, again, if I'm being nitpicky over here, the home button and the snapshot button and the plus and minus buttons are a little bit too close to the surface of the controller. I wish that they were actually pulled out a little bit more. Kind of like the buttons up here, I would have actually liked that because you have to really press them on the surface of the controller in order to make sure that you actually are hitting them. There's a clicking sound to them. However, I would rather prefer them actually, indented or receded a little bit out. But as far as like the analog stick is concerned, it feels good. The D-pad feels pretty good. I mean, some people have like their own preferences with the D-pad, especially with Nintendo games. But using this one right here, even though it feels like there's a lot of space in between the controller and the D-pad or the actual cross itself, it still feels pretty good. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be playing a lot of Street Fighter using this controller. Again, this is not something you're really going to use that for. We're going to use this more for GameCube-like games, which is like Smash Brothers, or again, if in the future they decide to release GameCube games on the Switch online service. But everything else feels pretty good. The buttons feel good, like as far as the GameCube buttons. The top shoulder buttons feel a little bit different, of course. You have your L and your R and your ZL and your ZR. They're a little bit kind of like, not I think it's convex or, yeah, no, concave, I'm sorry. I believe that's it, because I know I got them mixed up. But pretty much they're pressed in, so you could actually feel your index fingers or your middle finger right on the actual buttons themselves when you're doing that. They feel pretty good. They're not as clicky as some of the other buttons, but they do feel like, again, you could actually get, you know, you don't necessarily need to put a lot of pressure on there, but you could put enough to actually feel that they're going in. As far as everything else, you know, you got the big Pikachu sign. Again, there's no button there. It just feels like a nice, cool decal. Everything else, you can see has a lot of space, you know, a lot of room and length with this controller. Connects right into the USB slot of the Nintendo Switch of the dock. Not the GameCube slots that you have with the GameCube adapter that people could buy, but this goes right in via USB. Now, as far as I know, this can't be used on PC as far as I know. There's no other thing in here that says if it could be used for PC, and I'm guessing that it's not. Let me just take a look at here real quick in some of the reading material. It just shows you how to change the sticks. It's going to mess around with them, pull them out. They need to be replaced. Yeah, and it just shows you just to connect the controller. Anything else in here specifically? Coverage turn? No, there's nothing else pretty much right here. So you can't, my guess is you won't be able to use this on PC, even though it is a USB controller. But again, there's a lot of savvy people, tech savvy people on the internet, and a lot of mod savvy or mod friendly people that could do all sorts of crazy things. But overall, on first impression, this feels pretty good. But I'm definitely going to use it with any, like, again, with my own Smash Brothers game on Nintendo Switch to really put it to the test. Maybe go online and play some Smash against the computer or something. But pretty much these controllers, again, both the Sonic the Hedgehog version as well as also the Link Legend of Zelda version, are very similar to the Pikachu one that I just unboxed here. But again, I'm going to keep these in the package, you know, just again, because there's no reason to actually look at them other than just their colors. There's no real difference other than just the look of them besides the other functions of the controller. So what we have here are two cases from PDP that are Pikachu themed, but they hold your Nintendo Switch and a whole bunch of other accessories related to the Nintendo Switch. So big shout outs to PDP for sending these over to me to check out for you guys for this unboxing and impressions video. We're going to open up the big one here first just to see what it's all about now. Again, normally I would rip up this package, but I want to be a little bit delicate here because I want to actually make sure that I don't rip up like the reading stuff again. That way I could actually refer to everything that's in here. But anyway, let me know what's up with you guys in the comments. Hey, I've been doing a lot of unboxings and impressions lately, trying to actually do all this like review stuff, whatever. You know what? We're just gonna rip this. Screw it. I'm trying to be delicate over here, and it's just like, you know what? Just like rip it. It's just paper or cardboard anyway. So here's the first case, okay? Now this is the commuter case. It's a little bit bigger than the one we're gonna look at in just a second. But this commuter case could hold up a bunch of different stuff with your Nintendo Switch, including your Switch cartridges. It could hold up, an actual Joy-Con controller or a Pro controller. It could hold probably a charger as well, a portable charger if you got. A whole bunch of different stuff. Now, this is where specifically the Switch goes. I'm actually gonna brighten it up here on the camera just to show you guys. This is where your Switch will go right here, which I'm actually gonna use my Nintendo Switch itself just to show you guys. So here we go, we got my Switch right here. I'm gonna see how this actually goes inside and actually be snug right here in the case. Now, of course, again, you could store all sorts of different stuff in here. I'm pretty sure you could put your regular, your charger for the Switch in here. Like I mentioned before, you could put a Pro controller as well if you got a Pro controller that's separate that you want to use. All your Switch cartridges could go up here, your SD cards, etc. And that pretty much, you can take this with you just like this. Now, you could put this in your own separate bag, or you could just carry it like this if you're just going someplace for, you know, for like half a day or something, and you're not really like heavy traveling, or you're heavy traveling, but you don't want to put your Switch inside your bag itself. You could actually use it kind of like this, and it's pretty cool. Now, what I do wish is that this came with a strap, besides it giving like, you know, a little briefcase type of look. I wish it had like a little strap on the side here, just so that way, again, it's a little bit more mobility for anybody that's going to be traveling around with it. So that's just my own little nitpick, but everything else, you know, as far as like the decal and stuff, it's Pikachu themed, as you guys could tell. It's got a whole bunch of Pikachu stuff for Pokemon. Again, Pokemon Sword and Shield came out not too long ago, and pretty much everybody's in Pokemon fever at the current moment. So that's another thing too. I'm looking at this now. We got another little spot here. You could actually put more stuff here on the top, but I'm putting it on the hook side. I'm opening it up. You gotta actually unzip it like this and actually have the Pikachus down in order to open it. I wish that this side was on this side, because then from the decal itself, you could just open up and the Switch would be down here, but it's not like that. So maybe that's another minor nitpick, you know, I guess to each their own. Maybe you guys like it on this way or not, but that's just my little nitpick like that. There's also a couple other straps in here. You could put some extra stuff, including more Joy-Cons and everything else. But depending on how much Switch accessories you have, this might be a good case for you. But now let's look at the other one as well. And this one we actually are going to rip up. We're going to rip up this bad boy real quickly. Hopefully we don't rip it up too much. Even though I'm taking off the tape like I said I wouldn't. Just to kind of like not rip it up too much, just so I can make sure I see everything in here that's like the features of it. And again, it's a little bit of a smaller case compared to the one that we just looked at now. But still a case nonetheless. It has the same decal as what we were just looking at before. Let me actually take this out here, this button. Get rid of all this cardboard nonsense. Put it all over here, all this cardboard branding. But it's got this extra little button case right here that you could actually clip on. So either, I guess, your belt or your belt little loop right on your pants. You could put it on another backpack or anything else of the sort. But it's got this right here that just opens up like that. You just do it like that. So let me also get rid of this plastic on here. I can actually take it off there. There's a slide off. Yeah, it slides off. There we go. Just put that here. It's a button. It's not a magnet. It's a button. Does this one actually open up? No, this one doesn't. Okay, it just stays on there like that. So again, you could clip it onto whatever you want to clip it onto. Again, more of that same Pokemon decal stuff. It matches, as you guys could tell. It's got the Pikachu color scheme going on. Let's open up this bad boy. And here's our case. So we have a bunch of stuff we could put in here. So I'm guessing the Switch itself goes right here. Or it's a bunch of stuff. Or actually, no, this is for the Switch Lite. I believe this is for the Switch Lite. Let me just double check. Is it for the Switch Lite? It's the deluxe travel case. It's for the Switch console. So hold on, I just want to make sure it goes in right. Okay, alright, so no, that's not exactly how it goes. Okay, so basically, and we move this out here. This is actually cardboard. This might not be part, or it is part of the case itself, but the Switch itself is supposed to go inside here like this. So I'm guessing either you have to turn this around, or put this something like that, or put this right here, or get rid of this. I don't know, what is this? This is like an extra, I'm thinking like this is extra cardboard. I want to make sure that this is like just random extra cardboard. It's not an additional like section of it or part of it. It doesn't look like it is, so you know what? We're just going to get rid of this. You know, it's kind of weird because the other case didn't come with something like this, so let's just get rid of this like cardboard thingy. I'm guessing it's just, you know, in order to kind of keep the Switch up, keep it up, you know, give it the appearance like there's a Switch inside of here. But here you go. This is where the Switch will go itself. Show you guys. So Switch goes right into here. Has the extra flap little protective case right here that goes on top of it. And you can pretty much, I guess, or actually no, does this like come out? I don't know what this is all about. Okay, it doesn't say anything on the cardboard itself, like if that's an additional thing. It says padded partition. I guess this is part of it, but like, I don't know what you do with this. Like that, it's kind of weird. Anyway, I'm looking kind of stupid right now. But anyway, if you're not going to be using that pad thing, right? Okay, you have the little section right here. You can put all your Switch cartridges here. You can put an additional charger or what is it? Any other like thing that you want to loop in there. Additional SD cards could go right here on the top section, of course. And I think you could also probably maybe even put another charger or your Joy-Cons and stuff up here, even though this is technically the padding to protect the screen. And that's that. It's a little bit smaller than the previous case that we looked at before. This is a much more lighter deluxe travel case, but still pretty good nonetheless. If I had to choose which is the better option for me personally, outside of this confusing thing over here, I would say that this is probably the better option if you want more space with your Switch when you're traveling. But again, if you want to get something a little bit different, a little bit smaller, and not so much bulky like that, even though this I think has a lot more space where you could store stuff, you could probably go for this one. But this right here would be my personal pick, the commuter case. I think it's the better option of the two. Thanks for watching this video, everyone. Go ahead and click the boxes on the side to see more videos and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to go visit my Patreon page for exclusive gaming content that I know you'll really love. Hope you have a chill day. Peace out and stay epic, everybody.